Sorry.
What?
That thing just randomly shutting.
Okay. If he finishes one still gone, go and start eating. There's more pizzas on the way, which I'm about to go get. So you should be plenty for everybody. So eat.
I'm just about done.
No, different.
So, yeah, question.
For this to work, did you have to have compiled hack with the -G option?
Yes, I did. In this particular example, since it's a little complicated, required -0, so I kind of handcrafted this program. But -G is no big deal. As I said, unless you're selling this thing or profiling it or want it to be really, really, really fast, there's no reason not to put -G in. My makefiles always include that on the off chance I'm going to need it. So you can do that with any program. As I said, if a program fails or succeeds in 10 seconds, it isn't usually worth the effort. But if it's a program, let's say it's a server you're writing for a networking class or something, you really can't do that from a command line because it's already done. So this is really handy. Like I said, the only nit here is you've got to be running as the same user ID. So if it's a program running as root or something, you've got to be root in GDB to make this work. But it works pretty well.
So if you didn't compile with -G, can you rename the variables that have weird names? So it would make it easier for you?
If you could, I
Like-
think you could if you could identify the symbols they were using.
Yeah, like you didn't.
Without -G, you can tell what subroutines you're in, but you have no access to line numbers or variables or anything like that. So you can do a little bit. As I said, you should just always use -G. So let's see here.
Can root attach to processes from any user ID, or?
I don't remember having tried that recently. I would assume. The manual page says as long as you can send the process a signal, you can debug it this way. So that should work. As root, you can debug anything. So actually, I had the reason I've always liked this example is I had somebody use it against me one time. We were playing some civilization game some time ago. And I had written this very careful program that would lock in, everybody would put in some secret piece of information in this program, and then after 6 hours it would spit the information back out, because that way nobody would know the information of the program and it wouldn't give it up. Except that my buddy used GDB for my source code and went into the running program and printed the secret information and he slaughtered me on that turn. Which I thought was kind of mean. But I learned something today. Let's see, so we played, we looked at run. Oh, what is I didn't do? Well, it's going to take, what is you? What is you? I don't know. I need a running example. Anyway, what is will tell you the type of a program, whether it's an integer or a character or something. I've got a bunch more examples. Now, other interfaces, there are really only two programming interfaces that a person should use, either the command line or Emacs, and you all know that very well. The interface in Emacs for debugging programs is actually pretty cool, and I'm really rusty in it, so I'm not going to be able to do this justice. But let's say I'm in some hello program, and I want to debug it. I can tell it I would like to debug that program. I can say run the program. I can say break at line 6. Yeah, isn't it funny? Come on. My Emacs is kind of rusty. You can only imagine how sad that is to me.
I don't know. Don't tell that to Jailbird.
Now, but you would notice that as it's setting breaking points, it's telling you where the breakpoints are. You can click with the mouse, you can turn them on and off, you can do all sorts of cool stuff. It will automatically follow from one file to another. If you set a breakpoint, it will put the window in the right thing, just the modern stuff. So there are lots of nice interfaces to this. I'm not going to go through it too much.
No
It's just
VI
to say not at
interface.
all. We talked about what is. It'll tell you the types of subroutines, all kinds of useful stuff. If you're confused about what should be happening. Oh, one of the questions I get a lot is, what if the only thing wrong with the program is that it exits? And I don't think it should. Well, that's kind of annoying because when the program exits, you'll just get back to the debugger and you'll say where, and it'll say, well, it's not running. No, I know it's not running. What was it doing before it wasn't running? So what you can actually do is there's a system call called _exit, which is really handy. You can set a breakpoint to that. That is the system call. If you guys have that operating system class, you know that there's an exec call. Exit is the opposite. It's the one that makes the process go away. So you can actually break in _exit and run the program, and it will stop at that very last subroutine. You can ask it, well, how did you get there? Very handy, etc. Let's see, it's a geeky program, so how do you find out about it? You can type help. It'll say, well, I know all of this stuff. Well, help files, help support, help obscure, whatever it is you're interested in. I can say help print, help set, help break. It'll give you lots of nice information about whatever you want. Help on running the program. I can say help attach, detach. Everything is all self-documenting, no big deal. There are some things you can set globally. So for example, set 3D printing. It'll print structures in a longer format, but they're easier to read. There's a GDB and an startup file will read if you want to use that. I'll probably use an environment variable too. Okay, so I kind of want to be finishing up unless there's questions. The other two commands that are probably used the most are next and step. And they're probably the most confusing. I always forget which one is which. But if you're at a particular line in the program and you want to go to the next line, that's a step. So it will execute the current line and then stop at the next line. And I can say step and execute the next one. And so that's really handy. That's where you just want to hit return. Okay, return, step, okay? So far so good. Hit return. Okay, there's the next line. I don't have an example long enough, but it's really interesting. But I can step at one line at a time. It'll tell me what happened. I can ask about it. So it's an easy way to step through a program without having to set breakpoints. Step I haven't done much with this. If you do assembly language classes, this will do one hardware instruction rather than one line in the program. I've never used it once in my life. There's actually an assembler and a disassembler built in, so you can, if you want to disassemble the current line and figure out, I'm going to stop on the third instruction. You can step 10 times, 10 machine instructions. There's also next. Now, the only difference between next and step is that if you say step and the line contains a subroutine, it will step into the subroutine and you'll be on the first line of the subroutine. If you say next, it will treat that line as if it's only one line. It will call the subroutine and then return. So next will, it's more like what you would expect, one line at a time, even if the line contains subroutine calls. So once again, those are cool ways of getting around. Control-C will always take you back to the command line in GDB, the one I cheated with on the hack scan, which says just make this subroutine return now. Honestly, that usually fails because you're probably in the middle of a bunch of stuff here. You might break something, but I knew it worked there. Disassemble, C and next. Let's see, the other interface that people have told me that they like is a program called DVD. I've played with it sometime in the past. I don't remember much about it. Anybody use that?
Dr. Drews tells me about it every time he wants to tell me to debug something.
Oh, okay. Well, it's like Emacs. It's a prettier front end on it, but it's still GDB underneath. I use Emacs for all my programming. That's what I always use. But, so the last thing here, the attached command is my personal favorite. You can actually use it across computers too. Get a help sheet. Run GDB inside Emacs. Find a good website with a GDB tutorial and spend some time. This is one of those things where investing some time in using this will actually pay off quite a bit. And if you really want a good reference, you can go to the Safari Nutshell books. You guys know you can get those through our library, right? So it's on that last page. So I went to the Safari, right? I can click on the GDB pocket reference or the art of debugging by whoever those guys are, and it will show me page by page of that book. You can read all of those books without having to buy them because the university licensed that. So if you want a good book on GDB or the shell or basically anything reasonably geeky, you can get to everything from here. And you can get this. Who's used Safari? Oh, good. Yeah, play with it sometime. There's a link. The link is kind of hard to find. It's on the notes. It's on Alden Library, but it's very harder than it used to be. But any of the books, you guys have seen these around the books with people with pictures on the front. There's thousands of them. They're all in here. You can read them. So grab them. That's all I got. So I'll be glad to answer any number of questions, but the pizza gets cold and the tempers get warm, so. Question?
Where on your website are those slides?
They are,
Not up yet.
oh, I took that stupid link off of here. I put the ProQuest and I took it off.
Also, there are a bunch of broken links on your website.
You're a bad web
It was in your
programmer.
slide somewhere, because I got it.
Well, I know where it is.
When someone calls the computer scientist a bad web programmer, you're like, no, man.
Hey, you know what? My HTML skills are awesome.
How's that working out for you?
Very well.
Okay, so it's there, so you want to go over and read that. That's
Yeah,
the-
yeah. No,
That's
sir,
the
I
up-to-date
will.
one.
Please.
I just, it fell off the slide. I guess it doesn't put any good, to
That's
put the
right.
link at the end of the slides if you don't have the slides. So, in any case, that's where you can find a copy of this. If you want a copy of those example programs, they're not that profound, but I'll be happy to.
Using iOS gives me more time to write more MATLAB code.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there an interface for Vim?
Sorry,
For VI?
I avoid right.
Vim, what's that?
Oh,
Oh,
that was a burn.
I actually use VI all the time, but I've never tried to debug anything in that. I never tried to repair my car with a pencil sharpener either, but I wouldn't use it now.
That's clever. I like that.
Oh, no, don't be shy. Just keep it.
All right.